Welcome on in. This is Online Gaming Man Cave. I'm your main man, built so real nice. And today we're diving into the Nioh 3 first main boss by the name of Baba Nobuharu. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. If you can look it up, you can know his name, but I'm gonna call him BN. He's the first main boss in Nioh 3 that just came out on February 6th. I'm gonna break down his move set. I'm gonna show you what I use, and I'm gonna tell you it's possible to take him down faster than what you really think. First and foremost, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button for more content of this nature on Nioh 3. Let's get into it. All right, let's get into my equipment. Very simple. I've been running this Crimson General set all the way through. The Odachi blade and my elixirs, I had 8. I paired it with the fan and my prayer beads. People were asking me about the Crimson General set. Why do I run it? It's the key post recovery. I also get lightning resistance on some of these pieces, fire resistance as well. Faster key recovery, which is critical right here, key consumption. While I jump a lot in my fights, this set has been working wonders for me as I'm going through the first part of this game and going into the main first boss. Before I level up, I know I just beat this boss, but my stamina is 30, my strength is 29, heart is 5, constitution is 5, skill is 6, intellect is 5, magic is 5. Now be sure whatever weapon you're using in your playthrough, those boxes are highlighted down below on the weapons that you're using. So I'm using the Odachi blade. You see the orange that is highlighted? Those are the things that I use, the bow, the orange. And so mostly that deals with stamina and strength. And so that's why I'm putting most of my points in there. While we're in here, let's go ahead and get some more leveling up in these two areas. I'm gonna put one there and one there. For my skill management, the most important skill that I'm going to show you shortly is the key in all these boss fights and big fights you go into. Recoup is probably one of the biggest skills you need. It allows you to recover a portion of your key expended when guarding by performing a key post. So as you see here, when I'm guarding, I get some of my key back. Also, Unshakable is key. It reduces damage taken while you are attacking by 10%. Defense Mastery, increase my defense by 6. Armor Piercer, increase damage dealt by the final blow. Tachi Arts, increase melee attacks by 8.4% against enemy with maximum life. Backstab is a good one, but you don't really backstab any bosses. I like Snakebite. Increase the amount of damage over time you inflict upon enemies by 16%. I like that, I'll take that. Attack Mastery 1, increases attack by 5. Exilers, those are the heals that you use by 15%. That is really key here too. And then Supreme Parry. This is number 1. If you don't have any other skills highlighted in the skill tree, this is the biggest one. Recovers 150 life after a successful burst break. That's a game changer. If you do a successful burst break, you get life back. For the most part, that is the build. That is my samurai. I did use some ninja style too as well, but I always change back and you'll see it during the fight. I spent 95% of the fight in this area. When I went to ninjas, when I actually did the break burst and actually got some hits in just to keep it going, but samurai is what I stayed in the most. Now, let's get down to his moveset. All right, before we start this fight, I want you to understand that 85% of his moveset, almost 90, is blockable or parryable as long as you have stamina, which in turn gives you back key posts and or health, depending on what type of perks and skill management you have built into your build. So think time the parries times the block. In the beginning of the fight, he starts with his main one, the fake swing, and then over his head where we parry, and then parry some more when he comes back with the backhand. Now, key thing here, you want to parry his second claw and then parry him coming down on your head. You're going to get a one attack move in and then parry the backhand. Now the backhand is tricky, but if you parry just right, you can get another heavy attack in, and that's going to put you in a position to gather yourself and get back in your stance for the next move. Now, he has a combination of parries, and they're all parried and blockable as long as you have stamina. This is the triple swing. You parry, 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 and then he does the fake swipe, and then he backhand again. Next, you got the swipe and the slam. If you want to slow it down a little bit, it's a swipe. You can parry, and then parry that as well, or block it and get a hit in. This is how a full combo looks. Just to kind of give you guys a better idea. Now I want to show you how I parry or block it and get my big hits in. You see the parry, parry, big hit, big hit, big hit, parry, parry. And I'm using my key post to keep my stamina up, so I'm able to get a lot of attacks in. Now this grab was tricky. Sometimes he grabs 2 times, sometimes he grabs 1 time, but it does big damage. So we got to try to dodge those as best as we can. My suggestion to you is just roll backwards 2 times, or you can dodge to the right 2 times. Both works and both are effective. Now let's talk about this burst break. Sometimes it's simple to catch and sometimes it's hard to catch because he has like this ghost burst break that he does sometimes that you can't catch on to. Remember, you do the burst break when the actual weapon is about to hit you. Don't try to time it ahead of time. Don't try to time it before time. As soon as that weapon comes down and makes contact with you, that's when you want to hit your burst break and then get these extra hits in over and over again. Now, sometimes he does a double take on the burst break of the red flash. If you don't catch the first one, catch the second one. But the key thing here is to break his bottom bar so you can get a big hit off of him. As you see, I missed the first one, but I caught the second one. Now, these are hard to get down, but once you get them down, I'm telling you, this fight is going to be so much easier. This game is going to be so much easier. Just make sure when a weapon is coming down right about to hit you, you hit your burst break button. Now, there are other moves where he's throwing out this blue claw strike, it looks like. And the way to get around that, you just either dodge it to the left or right, or you can parry it. I dodge it to the left or right. He's also going to shoot out some water at you. If you time it just right, you can parry and block that. That was probably the hardest move to dodge left and right on, and I kept getting killed by it, especially in the clutch moments. But that is pretty much the moveset on him. Now, there were some other small moves and small projectiles I missed, but you can block and parry those as well. Let's get into this fight, and let's see how I took him out.
My lord's rule. Much to learn. Not until my lord's control is secured.